What is going on, guys? This is Austin Boyer from Wrestling World, and we have a lot to talk about. So let's talk about it. Okay, so we know that the Judgment Day has been on a little bit of a riff. We got JD McDowell, Damien Priest going at it, back and forth drama. We got Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley getting, upset about, what's going on. But my question is the Judgment Day actually going to split? And if so, are we going to see a split between the Judgment Day? Now, well, another question is who exactly is going to make the Judgment Day split? Is it going to be JD McDowell, which is what they're teasing? Um, we know in recent weeks JD McDowell has lost a few matches. We know last night he has lost against The Miz when he promised to take care of The Miz, but he came up short and Miz picked up the win. So, we have Tommaso Ciampa winning against Finn Balor. So we know that Damien Priest is not happy. We know that Rhea Ripley's not happy. But is the Judgment Day going to split? And if they do, who is going to cause it? Now, a lot of people think JD McDowell. A lot of people think he is going to turn on Damien Priest. And this is one of the scenarios that could happen. JD McDowell could cost Damien Priest his cash in. Or Damien Priest could turn on Finn Balor. There's a lot of ways this could play out. Everybody's expecting, the Judgment Day to maybe kick JD McDowell out of the Judgment Day, but this could play out differently. What if JD turns on the Judgment Day himself instead of, them turning on him and causing a feud and a storyline down the road? Now, that's a possibility. Or, we see Rhea Ripley getting fed up as well. So, what if she leaves the Judgment Day? I did mention that Rhea Ripley would be fine without the Judgment Day in one of my lives, that she would be completely okay leaving the Judgment Day because right now she's just kind of doing her own thing. Her being a part of Judgment Day really doesn't affect her singles career as a women's champion. So I don't think Rhea Ripley definitely needs the Judgment Day. If anything, I think she's the one that makes the Judgment Day look strong. Her and Damien Priest as well as Finn Balor. Dominic Mysterio and JD are kind of just along for the ride. That they don't really contribute much to making the Judgment Day actually look good. They're kind of just there to be the ones to take the bumps, and take the losses. But in my opinion, we don't see Dom losing too much. We rarely ever see Dom in a match, but when he is out there with JD, he's usually on the losing side. So Rhea Ripley being a part of the Judgment Day, really to me, she can be. She don't have to be. It doesn't really matter. She's doing her thing and she's doing well. So if anybody's going to turn on the Judgment Day, I could see a Rhea Ripley leaving. Saying I'm done. And she could turn on JD. She could turn on Dom, which her turning on Dom would make the most sense, being they're so close. So that could be her exit from the Judgment Day. Now, it is very possible that we see JD McDowell turn on the Judgment Day. Being that he's losing to RTruth, he's losing to The Miz. So he might feel that his only way on top and to gain back his momentum is to turn on the Judgment Day, which we could possibly see. Now, we know RTruth has played a big part in this storyline. We know that he's a little out there when it comes to being a character, but I love RTruth. The guy is comedic gold. He can play his part well, and he's very entertaining. And I think one of the reasons why they brought up this storyline with RTruth is to kind of split up the Judgment Day, when to kind of, or maybe even tease, one of the Judgment Day's members leaving. Like I said, JD McDowell or Rhea Ripley would make the most sense. But who knows what route they're going to go. I don't see the Judgment Day splitting up entirely, but I definitely see maybe JD or Rhea actually leaving. Maybe keeping Dom or, Finn or whatever and Damien together. If it was up to me, if I had anybody to leave the Judgment Day, it would be Dom, and I think he just fits the Judgment Day. I seen him walking out with JD last night, and I just thought to myself, he just doesn't fit the role of being a member of the Judgment Day. And honestly, if I think the cruiserweight division was around today, I think Dom would be a member of the cruiserweight division because he just doesn't fit the role of being a dark character in the Judgment Day. I think if you're going to build the Judgment Day up, it should consist of Damien Priest, Finn, JD, and Rhea Ripley. I think those are the top two that I would keep because they fit that mold. They have that darker image, and to me, the Judgment Day stable should be somewhat of like the Brood in a way, and that's the way that the Judgment Day was brought in originally, was they were supposed to be a new Brood, and um, with Edge leaving, they went their separate ways and done their own thing. But it definitely feels like we are going to get some team members leaving. They have been teasing the Judgment Day splitting up, not entirely, but JD has been causing a riff. RTruth has been causing a riff in the Judgment Day, causing a lot of drama between the faction itself. Um, RTruth thinking he's a member of Judgment Day is absolutely hilarious. But the thing is, what if RTruth actually becomes a member of the Judgment Day? What if they get tired of JD McDowell? This is the third scenario I see happening. What if the Judgment Day get tired of JD McDowell and they turn RTruth heel and he becomes a member of the Judgment Day? Nobody thought of that, really. Nobody thought that maybe RTruth could actually fit that mold and become a great heel and a major stable member to the Judgment Day, a major part of the Judgment Day. Honestly, it's very fun. I mean, I know that's kind of far fetched to kind of think, but it is kind of fun when you kind of think about it in your fantasy booking wise. But obviously they're teasing the Awesome Truth reunion versus the Judgment Day for the tag titles. So I don't see RTruth actually joining the Judgment Day. If WWE wants to book RTruth correctly, they'll keep him at that comedic role as a babyface. So I don't necessarily see that happening. If anything, I see JD turning or Rhea Ripley, totally just giving up and saying, I'm done. Figure this out for yourselves type deal. Now there is another way this could play out, and I'm going to count this as my third option for the Judgment Day splitting up. Now, we know Damien Priest has that Money in the Bank cash in. He can cash in for whatever he wants. Now, what if JD was to cost, or any of the members for the Judgment Day, if that matter, what if they were to cost Damien Priest his Money in the Bank cash in? Now, we know Damien Priest has to cash in that Money in the Bank at some point. But what if he is unsuccessful? My thing is, will he cash in entirely? Because who knows? Now, this is to me, this is what's going to happen. Damien Priest is either going to cash in and be unsuccessful due to Judgment Day interference, or he's going to cash in for like the U.S. Championship or the IC title, which to me would make the most sense if we don't want to see Damien Priest, having a failed cash-in attempt. We know he is a major part of the Judgment Day. We know he is a sort of a rising star, maybe one of the most, probably the leader of the Judgment Day, in my opinion. I think WWE wants to capitalize on and making a major heel at some point. And we've seen this in the past. We've seen Austin Theory cash in for the U.S. title. And that's the thing about the Money in the Bank, is that so many people get wrong, is that they think that as soon as they have the contract, they have to cash in for a major WWE championship, whether it's the Universal title or the new championship Seth Rollins is holding. That's not necessarily the case. You can cash in for any title you want, that being the U.S. title, the Intercontinental title, the tag team titles, whatever. That could be any title of your choosing, whichever they choose. So I feel like WWE will go the Austin Theory route, and they will have Damien Priest cash in for a mid-card title like the U.S. title, or even a tag team championship opportunity, just so that Money in the Bank opportunity doesn't go to waste. Um, like I said, for Damien Priest to have a failed cash-in attempt would not make sense. It would, you know, when it comes to like, future plans for like the main titles. But if WWE wants to capitalize on a main star like Damien Priest, they'll go, the other route, which is what they did with Austin Theory, having him cash in for the U.S. title, whatever, for the Intercontinental title, defeating Gunther, which would be shocking. But if that's what they're going to do, that would be their best option. No, whether he cashes in at all is successfully has remained to be seen. Like I said, we have the Judgment Day involved, so who knows? And the fact that WWE is teasing kind of a split between the Judgment Day makes you wonder if he'll cash in at all successfully. So who knows? I would hope that WWE goes the better route and has him cash in to even keep the momentum at the Judgment Day's hands. They kind of want to keep that momentum there. We know the Judgment Day is a big staple in WWE. We know that other than the Bloodline, the Judgment Day, is the top stable that they have. We've seen a LWO kind of fall apart. The LWO to me wasn't really a big stable to begin with from the get go. The Bloodline to me is the top heel stable in WWE. Solo, Jimmy, Roman. We got Paul Heyman in the mix too. We got Karrion Kross's new stable as well. So we got AOP and Karrion Kross along with Paul Erling or whatever his name is. Then we have Bobby Lashley's stable, his brand new stable with the Street Profits as well. So there's a lot of stables. So maybe WWE will split the Judgment Day up when you actually think about how many stables WWE have right now and they want to build on. Maybe the Judgment Day's time has run up. So I honestly have no idea right now, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. I do think this is very interesting. I do like the fact that they introduced RTruth into the storyline. Very entertaining. He cut a little vignette last night talking about he was there with the Judgment Day during this. He was there during that. They showed a little vignette of RTruth as a baby, and it was it's crazy, how far WWE is going with this storyline right now. But it is very interesting. So definitely stay tuned for more updates on the Judgment Day as they come along. I will keep you guys updated. So far, I think this is a very interesting storyline, as well as many other storylines in WWE. I like the fact that on the other end, on SmackDown, we're getting Karrion Kross as well, along with AOP returning. I think that's big. I would love to see stable versus stable. Maybe we'll have the Judgment Day versus Karrion Kross stable. I think that would be great. I think at this point, as long as the Bloodline has been around, we should be seeing the Bloodline versus the Judgment Day or the Bloodline versus another stable, which is something we really haven't seen. We've seen the Bloodline at War Games versus these guys versus those guys, but we haven't really seen them up against an actual stable like the Judgment Day or Karrion Kross's new stable. So it would be interesting, and it would be a way for the Bloodline or the Judgment Day to kind of cement their legacy as the top stable in the WWE. If WWE wants to go that route and wants to give them some solid booking going forward. But the way the WWE is booking things now with Judgment Day, we might not be seeing Judgment Day much longer. So who exactly knows? I don't know. I am a fan of Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley, though. If I had to pick two members that I really don't need a Judgment Day, I would pick them because Finn Balor can do a lot of things on his own, as well as Rhea Ripley. Like I said, she does not need the Judgment Day. Finn Balor's like he's a great heel. He can do a lot of things. He's very talented, but I do think he is a good member of the Judgment Day. So it's kind of like I'm kind of in the middle with him as well. But who exactly knows what's going to happen? But this is fun to kind of watch it unravel and to see what RTruth is going to do next. But I do think he could play a major factor in the Judgment Day splitting up. Maybe he's the one that causes Damien Priest as a failed cash-in. Maybe he gets involved, at some point and causes the Judgment Day to split up, which I feel like WWE may be planting the seeds for, but who knows? But we'll see. But anyways, guys, hope you all enjoyed this episode. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell for your latest wrestling updates. I will see you all soon. Have a good day. God bless. Good night.